Yeah.
Pharmacist in charge is your
That's my title. Yeah.
Were you a pharmacist like at a regular pharmacy before you came here?
Yeah. So a little bit of my background, I started working in a pharmacy in 96, fresh off an LDS mission. I worked with Target from 96 to 98. I was with them as a technician, went to pharmacy school and stayed on with them. I was in pharmacy school down in Phoenix, graduated in 2001 from Midwestern, came right back to that same Target in 2001 and was a staff pharmacist. Yeah. They wanted me back there quickly. So I was there from 2006 to this last July.
And so now you're dealing with cannabis. I mean, you were here you're at a regular pharmacy dealing with regular pain pills.
Yeah.
And then you come in here dealing with a little more natural. I mean, was that a hard shift for you?
Oh, definitely. Like, honestly, it was a huge learning curve because one, I'm not a card holder. Just to put that out there for everybody. Don't use the stuff.
Have you ever used cannabis?
No, never. So I'm kind of like
this is, I mean, we got to get into
Yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah.
Okay, but you went through the whole opioid epidemic.
Oh yeah,
in the late 90s through the early 2000s.
Yep, and that's
like you were in the heart of it.
And I hated it. I hated every minute of it. Yeah, like to see these pill mills popping up in downtown Salt Lake and out in West Jordan. And we'd see the patients come in and we'd see the doctors that came writing the same thing over and over and over again. I hated it. And there's nothing I could do about it. Like it was a legit prescription. I mean, honestly, it was a legit prescription.
Yeah.
But it's coming from a pill mill. And luckily over the years, there's been some changes to that kind of stuff. And there's been some, law changes that have been implemented to help, curb some of that stuff. It still exists though, unfortunately. And I hated being a part of it. And that was one of my decisions, not the decision, but part of the decision that made me want to leave that industry and come over here.
So what made you want to even investigate marijuana though? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what made you even be open to this?
Well, so working at the Target that I was at for so many years, there was a family that has a home in Southern Colorado. Grand Junction.
Okay.
And they have a daughter that's had epilepsy her entire life. And they got this summer home down there and they would go down there and they started using some CBD and THC combinations to kind of help with the epilepsy. And it got me thinking a lot over the years. Like I'd see them take this drive down there, multiple times a month. And to see the change in this little kid that was having seizures multiple times a day, knocking it down to like maybe a few a week, that got me thinking about, what this industry entails and how we've kind of lost it. And then after that, it's kind of just me just researching it. And when I saw the position open up here at Deseret Wellness, I was like, oh, should I apply? I'm interested, but should I apply? And leaving that, industry that I've been in for, almost 25 years. It was really hard, but the more I looked into it and the more I saw how they do things here at Deseret Wellness, I was really like open to the idea. But to see, and that little girl that I dealt with before, she wasn't the only one. There were other people too. And I saw people just get in that downward spiral of addiction. I had family members that have, been in that spiral, and to not have this option that they could have turned to was really kind of a motivating thought for me to make this change.
So are you thinking of ever using cannabis? Have you ever thought about using it? Like even the lotion or
So I went to my primary care physician because I like to run a lot and I've had some issues with my heel over the last couple months, and I made an appointment with him and I'm like, hey, I want to maybe try cannabis. I said, this is my new job, and we've known each other for years now.
Right.
And he was hesitant about like giving me that letter. And so
is he a QMP?
No, he's not. So he was going to give me a letter and I was going to try and go to a QMP. But yeah, I definitely want to, at least try some of the stuff. I don't have a true qualifying condition in the sense of other people do, but yeah, I have chronic pain in my heel, which I think is a qualifying condition, right?
Is it pain? I mean, I was going to say, is it pain?
So, right. So that's what
somebody who can tell you that it is a qualifying condition. Yes. That's a qualifying
So
condition. I'm especially for like topicals.
That's what I really want to do. I want to try some edibles and I want to try some topical to help with this pain that I can sleep at night, and hopefully I can get an appointment with somebody here in the next little bit, but that's I want to give it a try for sure.
It's interesting. Do you feel like you've come to that because you're involved in it? I mean, is this the truth, or is it just the knowledge?
It's the knowledge. And it's the truth in the sense that it's the knowledge. Yes. Like, and I'll tell you the story real quick. So I've got a good friend that she's dealing with a lot of shoulder pain right now. And she found out she had a herniated disc in her neck that was causing the shoulder pain. And she came in here and because she didn't want to take opioids. And so she wouldn't have come in here unless she would have known that I was here. So in the sense that like the association with me and her, gave her that entry to get into here. And same with kind of goes with my situation. The knowledge that I have is that entry to get into here and pursue this kind of, thought and treatment method. And it's just a sharing of knowledge and sharing of experiences too with it. And being comfortable with using it. Like there's definitely that stigma that's out there, and we have to change that as a community. And it takes us talking about it and takes us sharing it. And yes, it's association, but it's a good association, like you said.